Hi, Nikki.
Hey,
Nice to meet you. I'm
nice to meet you.
Taylor.
Nice to meet you too.
What brought you in today? Were you doctor recommended, or did you just decide to come in on your own?
I decided to come in on my own. My doctor did suggest it after giving birth. I was during pregnancy. I had gestational diabetes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he recommended it toward the end. I didn't really notice anything, but now my daughter's 2 months old, and so I just thought it was a good time to come in and make sure, I'm taking the right steps to eating healthier. I would like to lose
Right.
some of the extra baby weight and exercise a little bit more.
Okay, wonderful. That's great. So I'm just going to go over a couple of the things that we're going to talk about today just to give you an idea of how the session is going to go, okay?
Okay.
So first, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. This just helps me get a better understanding of who you are so I can better assist you in making these goals for you, or helping you set these goals for you.
Okay.
And then we're also going to do a 24-hour recall, which if you don't know what that is, not a problem. I'm going to explain it a little later.
Okay.
And then after that, we are going to talk a little bit about some education on the diabetes and a couple of things just to see what you know and what I can help you understand more about.
Okay.
And then after that, we're also going to talk about some SMART goals and some potential goals you would like to set for yourself and for all of our future sessions to come back to and see your progress on that. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, great. Sounds good.
Wonderful. Awesome. So, what is a typical day for you like? What are some things that you do? Like how does your day go? Do you
Um,
work? Do you not work?
no, right now I'm currently a stay-at-home mom. I did work in real estate for a little while. So now I'm a stay-at-home mom because I have my 2 month old. And I'd like to stay with her until she's, roughly around 3 to go back to school. So yeah, my day is pretty much revolved around her. We wake up, I immediately have to feed her. It's usually at the crack of dawn, like 5 a.m. So I don't get much sleep at night. But yeah, feed her, bath time, the usual things every day. My mom sometimes tends to help out, but because I don't get that much sleep, but she can only come around once, twice a week. It just depends.
Right.
Um, as far as eating goes, I will actually go to make a meal or start eating, and she starts to cry. So my meals consist of quick snacks throughout the day. Um, Probably nothing nutritious. I try, but just not there.
Well, I'm
And
sure
yeah,
some things are probably pretty nutritious. Don't
yeah.
down on yourself about everything that you eat.
And then my husband's in the Navy, so he's right now on at home, so he's tries to help as much as he can, but he's at work for long hours of the day.
Right.
And yeah, then he when it comes home expects dinner and the house to be clean, so constantly running around.
Okay, so you do cook
Yeah,
sometimes?
yeah, absolutely. Um, I my go-to meal is usually just like some type of casserole or something easy where I could leave it in the oven for an hour. So this gives me more time to get the baby fed, so that once our dinner's ready, we could eat as well. But it doesn't
Okay.
always work out like that. She's like a ticking time bomb. So yeah,
Trust me, I understand.
yeah,
I have kids of my own, so
oh,
been
okay,
there, done that.
yeah,
Okay, so that was great. Thank you so much. Now we're going to go into our 24-hour recall,
okay,
and this just gives me an idea of what you ate yesterday. So you're just going to explain from breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It doesn't even have to be in that time frame, just everything that you ate yesterday. It gives me an idea of what you eat on a typical day,
hmm,
and this helps me assist you in setting goals for yourself.
okay.
Okay? All right, so if you can remember, what was the first thing that you had yesterday?
Let's see. I had a cup of coffee around like 6 a.m. Um,
Around 6?
yeah.
Did you have any cream or sugar in it?
Yes, I had the coconut creamer. I don't remember the brand, but some type of coconut creamer and like 2 teaspoons of sugar.
Okay. All right, what was the next thing that you had?
And then probably about like a half hour later, I had that little packet of those like donuts for breakfast. say probably like 3 or 4 in a pack.
Like the little mini six
yeah,
pack?
mini
Okay.
quick ones.
And did you eat the whole thing?
No, I probably had 3 or 4.
Okay, so just half.
Yeah.
Around what time was that?
Um, probably like 6:30, 7ish.
All right.
Finally woke up and ate something.
Right. Okay, what was the next thing?
And then let's see. Probably about 9, I was hungry again, so I had those French toast sticks, just the quick ones you pop in the toaster.
Around 9.
With a glass of orange juice and syrup, of course.
And what size of cups do you have at your house? Was it do you know, like, was it a small cup or was it a big cup of orange juice?
Oh, it was like a smaller one.
Just like a 6 ounce probably?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And you said they were the French toast sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall how many sticks you had?
4.
4? Okay. And did you have it with syrup or anything with it?
It was just regular Aunt Jemima syrup.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. All right, what was the next thing that you had after that?
Then I went out to lunch with my friends. My mom came over to watch the baby, so we went to one of our favorite spots, like right down the road from my house. And they're known for their burgers, so of course I got a cheeseburger. And then we just split a basket of fries, like we always do.
Okay. And you said this was around like noon?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have anything to drink with that?
I had a Diet Coke.
And again, do you recall what size? Was it like the regular restaurant, like the large cups?
Yes.
Did you have just one, or did the waitress refill it at any point?
I just had one that time.
Just one? Okay. Thank you. All right. And what was the next thing that you had after lunch?
I went home. I think while the baby was napping, I did get a snack. I had a little thing of like the pretzels, the salted little twist pretzels. I don't think I ate the whole bag because I ended up taking a nap myself. And then I went to go take out something for dinner, but everything was still frozen at that point. It was getting kind of late, so we ended up just ordering a pizza, my husband and I. I think it was half pepperoni, half cheese. I probably had pepperoni though.
Is that your preferred
Yes.
pepperoni?
I like something on my pizza, give it an extra flavor.
Right. And do you recall how many slices you had?
2.
2. Okay. And did you have anything to drink with the pizza?
Yeah, I had a glass of wine.
Wine? Okay.
Yeah.
Was it a full glass or
No, just like a half. I can't.
just a half?
Can't get too crazy with an infant.
And around what time do you remember eating
We probably
dinner?
had dinner at like 8 because he got home kind of
8?
late last night.
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
we try to eat dinner earlier, but usually ends up being around that time.
Right. Okay, and then was there anything else that you had before your day ended?
Yeah, we did have dessert. He brought home like 2 little mini slices of cheesecake, so I had a slice and he had a slice.
Okay.
He has a sweet tooth more than I do, but it enables my bad
Right.
eating habits.
Right, absolutely. Is this a common thing for you guys to have dessert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then around what time did you go to bed? Just curious.
Probably 10:30, 11ish. Once I
Okay.
fed the baby one last time and got her to sleep. Got myself ready for bed, yeah.
Okay.
11.
Wonderful. So now that was pretty much the 24-hour recall. Pretty simple,
Yeah.
self-explanatory. Now I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions of like occasional foods that you typically eat.
Mm-hmm.
So do you ever, I noticed that you didn't really mention any fruit in your diet you had yesterday besides the orange juice. Do you ever have any, how many times do you have fruit a week, say?
I'm not really a big fruit person. I'll have like maybe a banana for breakfast maybe twice a week, I would say. maybe strawberries every once in a while. I'm really just not a fruit person. I can never really fit it into a meal, especially like with lunch and dinner. It's so hard. Um,
Okay.
but vegetables, I really like red and yellow peppers. I can put those on anything.
Vegetables.
So definitely more vegetables in my diet, more so than fruit.
Okay, so you're more prone to cooking or fixing up some vegetables as a snack or part of
Yeah.
your meal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Great. All right. All right. I think I got a pretty good idea of what your diet consists of. Now we're going to actually move on to what I refer to as SMART goals.
Okay.
So, have you ever heard of what SMART goals are?
No. I don't
No?
think so.
Okay. They're actually pretty simple. So, SMART goals are just goals that are attainable in a reasonable amount of time that you will set for yourself. Something that's specific, measurable. So, it's either measurable in a quantity or an amount of time. It's achievable or attainable. It's also realistic. So, it's not something that is going to be like lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah.
that's pretty realistic.
Yeah.
And then also timely. So giving yourself a certain amount of time so that you are able to actually set your mind to trying to meet this goal.
Okay.
Okay, so can you think of any from like throughout our conversation, if you had any goals that kind of popped in your head while we were talking
It would
that you would like to achieve?
probably be to eat more fruits and vegetables, incorporate them more
Okay.
into the diet.
That's great. That's a good one. So that would be specific. So
Okay.
eating more fruits and vegetables throughout what would you want to measure it? Would you want to say like a week or just throughout your day?
Probably throughout the day.
Throughout the day? Okay.
Maybe, I don't know, what's the measure, like amount, like 2 to 3 times a day?
It's
Is it-
actually 5 to 6 servings of fruits and vegetables every day.
Yeah, so maybe
Yeah, so that's
let's
quite
go
a
with
bit.
3, because 5 to 6, that's a lot.
Okay, so 3 servings of fruits and vegetables. That's great. All right, so you're gonna try to eat 3 servings of fruits and vegetables in a day. For how long? So this is the time frame that I was talking about. How long would you like to try to achieve this
I
goal
mean,
for?
obviously I would like to continue that, but I guess I would work my way up. So we'll start at 3 servings. I guess for the next 2 weeks.
2
is
weeks?
that, or
That's-
until we meet again.
Yeah, so we'll meet in 3 weeks. So
Okay. 2,
3 weeks,
3
okay?
weeks. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, great. And 3 weeks. So this is something that you feel will be realistic to
Yeah.
achieve for yourself?
Yeah. I'll have to go grocery shopping and get some more, but I could do that.
Good, good. That's great. Okay, so this is one goal, and I want to try to get one more goal. Is there
Okay.
anything else that you can think of that you would like to incorporate more?
Is something
into
like
your
exercise
lifestyle?
related?
Yes,
a good
absolutely.
one?
That's a really good one.
Okay.
Is that something that you typically do throughout the day, is exercise, or maybe
Not
here and
really.
there?
I have good friends that are always like going for walks and stuff with their kids. They have younger kids as well.
That's
So
awesome.
I try to consider that. I'm just always so exhausted, but I think I could try to like maybe get out of the house for
So
an
it's
hour.
something you've considered before, though, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's just a matter of holding myself accountable and getting myself to go
Right.
do it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a great goal then. We can do that. So going on walks. So that's the specific. For how long would you like to go on these walks? Do you want to measure it by a time frame or maybe mileage wise?
I would say maybe time like 30 minutes to an hour.
30
just
minutes.
as long as the little
How
one is
is
holding
45? Is that a
up.
good?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
Specific.
Wonderful. All right, so this is something that is realistic to you because you've thought of it before of
Yeah.
possibly doing this,
Mhm.
and in a time frame. So do you want to make it in 3 weeks like we did for your other goal, or do you want to do it just for a week and see how many days you can do it in a
Yeah,
week?
a week is good.
A week? Okay. So we're going to try to go on a walk for 45 minutes and you're going to try to see how many days you can do this in a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take note of it.
Great. And then we'll just talk about that at our next meeting and see how you did on these SMART goals that you
Okay.
set for yourself.
Great. Sounds good.
Wonderful. Okay. And then we're actually going to talk about one more major thing real quick before we kind of close things up for the day.
Okay.
So you had mentioned earlier that you were worried about developing gestational diabetes because of your past experience with developing gestational diabetes during your pregnancy. So I just wanted to kind of ask what knowledge you know about diabetes. Do you know anything about it?
I mean, not really, other than like when I was pregnant, obviously the doctor was like telling me specific things I should stay away from or things I should eat.
Right.
And he encouraged me to go for short walks. But honestly, did not have the energy. I feel like I had the roughest pregnancy known to man. It was terrible. So I don't know too much.
I understand. Okay. So as you are probably aware from your doctor telling you, because you had gestational diabetes, your risk of developing diabetes later in life has increased.
Yeah.
So we want to be precautious, so to say, on a couple of things, maybe like the amount of carbs that we kind of eat throughout the day, maybe not now, but later on, if it becomes a problem, it may need to be more specific, the amount, maybe like a consistent amount throughout the day. That's something that we might need to focus on if that becomes a problem.
Okay.
Also, something at this point in time, the most important thing is to just eat a balanced diet that has the fruits and your vegetables and your lean meats, just making sure you're hitting each of those food groups and incorporating it throughout your diet.
Okay.
Also, another thing is exercise. It's extremely important to be able to get your metabolism going and get your heartbeat going, and it helps to reduce your blood pressure, and it's really good with reducing your risk for a lot of the later complications that diabetes possibly has.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, wonderful. Okay, so I just want to recap really quickly on a couple of things we talked about. So we had talked about your gestational diabetes and how you're really just trying to set some goals to eat healthier and reduce your risk of developing diabetes. So you're kind of in, I'd probably say the preparation stage. You're trying to make these goals to making a change within the month or so, 30 days.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Do you
Yeah.
think you're at that stage in readiness?
I'd like to make the change, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And then also we went over your 24-hour recall. So that just gave me an idea of what you ate, and it helped me assist you in setting our SMART goals.
Yeah.
So we also went over the SMART goals. You have two. One of them was eating more fruits and vegetables, 3 servings every day for 3 weeks. And then your other one was going on 45-minute walks and seeing how many days you can do that in 1 week.
Okay.
That was correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you so much for your time. It was such a pleasure meeting you and getting to know you, and I look forward to our next meeting together.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, wonderful. Bye.